Uh-oh. Okay, hello everybody. Hello. It's an old man complaining and whinging. Hello everybody. Hello. It's an old man. There we go. All right, sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right. Sorry. I mean, I should have prepared for it. I should have prepared, but you heard that. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It came out of there. All right, well, welcome. Welcome to... Okay, let's get this on track. Let's get this over there. Hello, everyone out there. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer's live stream, or Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. It's November 8th, 2025. I'm okay. I've had like a million cups of coffee. I've had a croissant. I went to Chipotle. Have you been to Chipotle, producer? Have you guys been to Chipotle? Oh my God. Is there an echo? Echo, Lewis. No echo. I turned the echo off. What it is, thank you for reminding me. I've got to do a few things. I've got to actually press buttons to make sure things are off. Otherwise, we've got an echo. So are you there? Good to see you. Jedster is here. We'll talk about the concert, number one. We'll talk about the concert. I mean, it was pretty good considering the guy had bipolar disorder and probably he was given medication, the same medication that my mother was given. And it makes you all mental. It makes you mental. And that's what they gave to my mother. I mean, she was mental to begin with, and then they give her medication. And there's a certain look of people who've been given whatever the medication is, anti-bipolar medication. It makes you look a bit wonky, and it made him a bit wonky, and he wasn't like amazing, but it was the music. And I was sitting in the back, and I couldn't hear really well, and my friend Joel got the tickets. He's always getting tickets. I don't know whether he pays for them. I don't even want to know. I just give him whatever it's called. He's a good guy. He's a really good guy. Joel, he does canal boat comedy. Joel Sanders. You can go look him up. JoelSandes. And he does a show about, he was on Channel 4. You know that show on Channel 4? Was it good? Was he good? He was good. He was thin. He wasn't fat. He was dressed appropriately. They had two huge drum sets, including a girl drummer. I mean, I couldn't see very closely, but she looked like a girl. And I don't know, you can't even tell nowadays. Can you tell when someone's a girl? Anyway, hiya, Jedster, hiya, Claire, hiya, Girl from Mars, hiya, Julian and Joe, and Janet is here. Janet is here. So it's beautiful. Janet is here. And we're building. These are the people who've written things in the past. D.D. Plectrum, who said that I'm like an old man complaining and whining. That's what I am. I mean, I'm sorry, it's not that entertaining. It is what I am. I'm an old guy. Am I that producer? Am I an old man complaining and whining?
Yeah.
Yeah. Even he says, yeah, he's a bit reticent to say. I wouldn't say I whine or complain. I'm just worried. I'm a worried old man. I don't like the way things... this is what happens. We don't know. Is it because we're old? Is that why I'm this way? What do you think? No, I've always been this way. I've always been worried. It isn't like the world is getting better. There are two groups of people in this world. The world is getting better and the world is going to pot. Am I right? Fatanai is here. You can't even tell when someone's a girl. Have you gone blind and deaf, Lewis? You know what? A lot of times you can't tell. You can't tell. At least from where I was sitting back in row double D. Double D5. So you can see how far back that is. You got to be at least 26 rows plus an extra A, B, C, D. Like 30 rows deep. And I fell asleep a bit during it. I mean, I want Adam and to be successful. He's written a lot of good songs. They weren't from the prime. They weren't the prime music that I liked. I liked proper punk music, and his music was like, it was kind of sort of, would you call it punk? What would you call Adam and Vatanai? How are you? If you're not complaining as a man today, you are not a man. Yeah, we should be complaining. I'm not even a complainer. I'm more of a, I wish I was a complainer. How could you not complain? The world is going to pot. It's going to pot. I ran into my friend Nicola in the street. I was in East Dulwich today, and I ran into two friends of mine, like actual friends, kind of friends. That's how you know you've been living in the country a long time. I don't really have that many friends, but Nicola, I guess she's a friend of mine. She's my wife's friend. She thought I was my ex-wife's friend. And she said the same thing. She says, I'm not happy, but maybe it's because I'm old. Is that possible? Let's turn this thing off. Let's see if that works. It's a bit too bright. That's a bit too bright. Let me turn this off. What about this light here? What about this light here? What about that? How about that? Is that better? Is that too bright on this side over here? We go like that. Actually, I like it better with the thing like this. I think this way. So you can see the thing. Anyway, so Vatanai says, hi, Dame Claire. He was rock star skinny. And that's good. That's really good, because the easiest thing in the world for these rock stars is to get fat. And I remember reading it. I don't remember who said it, about a rock star who was like a rock star, and he got fat, and how people, they turned on him more than if he had like taken drugs, all those, whatever it is. Not that I'm against drugs. Did Adam Ant play Juanita de Bend? He probably played a bit of everything. You could Google it on, let's see if we can find it on the thing. I mean, I didn't notice it. I mean, the last couple of songs were all right, but it wasn't enough. It's the kind of thing, I don't know how many really hit songs he has. I don't know how many hit songs does he have. But let's just see what we can play here. We can Adam Ant. I was looking up stuff about Adam before. Adam Ant set list. Odeon. Is it the Odeon, right? The Hammersmith Odeon. Hammersmith. Yeah, here we go. Maybe this is it. Okay, here is a set list. That's not the complete set list. Is that right? November 7th, yeah. Edit set list. Where is the complete set list? These are the songs he played. I don't know why it says Adam Ant song. Is that okay? That's a different. So Adam and the Ants, as opposed to his own song. I think he had his own song there. I was there. Let's press I was there. I was there. Maybe I don't want to do this thing. But he played a lot more than 9 songs, I think. He's on tour. He's going to be in Bristol Beacon. Let's see how much tickets are. Not that I paid for it. Average tour, 1 hour and 36 minutes. That's the set time. And I don't know if you can buy a ticket from this. Can you read this? Is this interesting enough? I'm not sure it's interesting. And Toya was there. Does it say what Toya's set list? Her set was longer than that. It was more than 2 songs. So I don't know why this is. And it was more than 9 songs. He did the song Car Trouble, Kings of the World Frontier. I guess the Adams Ants is the name of the band, and the other songs he just did himself. They were his own songs. Why do you think that is? His last gig was 1992. 1982 for Adam and the Ants. Here's a picture of the venue. Is that a picture of the venue? I don't know what point I'm making. This is the point that I'm making. The point that I'm making is, who else was there? Daryl is here right now. That's what matters. Not who was there. Who was here? Andrew Rubin. Vatanai says, my wife was a fan of Adam. My wife saw him just before Novid. She thought the music was okay, but when he spoke, it didn't make much sense. It could have been. You know what? It could have been. Because it's like what they do with these pills. What do they do with the pills? Talking Heads were the new wave. In fact, it was their manager who came up with a term to separate them from the punks. Yes, which I like new wave music. Of course I did. But, and it was tuneful, but it was like regular music. That's what new wave was. It was like regular music with a little bit of punch. The point is that I think he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, which is what my mother was diagnosed with. And you want to reduce, and I don't know how many of you out there have bipolar disorder, but I'm going to tell you what you need to do to get rid of your bipolar disorder is go on a low-carb diet. Carbs and mental illness do not go together. No carbs. He has struggled with mental health throughout his life, Adam Ant. Yes, he has. I've read that. And you can see it after a while. If you take enough of these pills, whether it's lithium, which I'm not sure actually works, but let's say it's you're being killed by stone. Lithium means stone. My mother took it. Or there's a valparate, or I think it's called valparate. Let's see what it says about valparate. I don't know if you're interested in this, but I am. I'm interested in this. I'm interested in what it is. It's valparate. Okay, valparate. Valporate, and bipolar. I'm old enough to remember what is called mental illness. Is effective and widely used medication for treatment of bipolar disorder, particularly for managing acute manic and mixed episodes, and for long-term maintenance therapy, and is considered first-line treatment option in many clinical guidelines. It's for acute mania, bipolar depression, maintenance treatment, effective long-term to prevent the recurrence of mood episodes. It's all a lie. It's a lie. I don't care. I'm not being grumpy or complaining, but it's a lie. It's a lie because in order for let's say you've got bipolar disorder. We can talk about bipolar disorder because I'm obsessed with it. Loved him back in the day. Joe Sanders says Adam is quite a good actor. He was in The Equalizer. I bet he was a really good actor. What have you got in your hair, Lewis? Have you just washed it? Joodles asked. Does it look like I just washed it? No, because number one, I don't wash my hair anymore. I haven't taken a shower in about a week, maybe less than a week. I don't know if I take a shower. I don't take a shower. I don't take a shower. When you see me, when you meet me, you can smell me and you could say, Lewis, you smell. What have you got in your hair? No. So I don't. Why does it look like it's good that I washed it? When you stop washing your hair turns so much better. It's got what is the point of washing your hair to take out all of the oils in your hair and then adding conditioner, which is oil, back into your hair? How stupid is that? That's so Western. Anyway, bipolar is the modern term for manic depression, right? Which I will discuss after I read what you people have to say. Andrew Rubin says, I thought he was great too. Yes, we liked Adam Ant. Vatanai says, you are only as good as your last performance. It's a shame, but we all lose our edge. Sometimes it's wise to know when to stop. No, because people really enjoyed him. They really, really enjoyed him. I didn't get a chance to speak about it last night because I didn't do a show. Because I came in and I couldn't get the computer to work. And I thought to myself, you guys are drunk at home. It's best if I not do it. And I went to bed. Not that I'm rested now. But the point is that, I mean, if people want to see it and if people like it, it's not the same probably as it was. But a lot of people may not know that. He didn't seem like he was out of it, Vatanai. I mean, maybe he was 80% of what he was. Maybe, he's 71 years old. Sometimes it's just amazing to see somebody who's 71 years old. Okay? So, you should say, don't do it. You're not 100%. But sometimes it's good to see the old-time people. I was wrongly prescribed antipsychotics years ago, when in fact, I later found out I had ADHD. AP floored me. Yeah, well, what is ADHD? It's also supposedly a mental illness. Okay, let me just tell you what I think. And you could agree with me or disagree with me. I am a complaining, whining man, according to Plectrum. Is that if you have anything where, like manic depression, where 1 minute you think you're the greatest, and the next minute you think you're a worthless piece of S, okay? That's what manic depression is. It's periods of grandiosity with utter depression. And that's what I saw my mother be. She's thinking, oh my God, I can do anything. I can make 13 cakes. I can solve cancer. She was like an amazing person, my mother. And then she would hit the wall. Pay attention to this, Columbus. I'm talking about your grandmother. And then she'd get so depressed she couldn't get out of bed for weeks at a time. And do you want to know what causes that? High expectations cause that, where you come from a family that's a crap family, and you think you're going to bring honor to the family. That's what manic depression is. I'm going to become president of the. If you Google who the people who had manic depression, who had bipolar disorder, who are these people? They're all people who thought that they were going to make their family good. And my mother thought this. She went to university, whatever. Okay? So Lucy says, what's the point of dusting when the dust just falls back down again? Paraphrasing Quentin Crisp. I don't know what that means. How is that in relationship to this discussion? Anyway, so that's what it is. That's what bipolar is when they think they're the greatest in the world, that they can do it, never can be done. And then they hit the wall and they think, oh my God, I failed at this. I'm worthless. I feel this too, but I don't have the same kind of, I'm like more like this. I'm more like this. My mother was like this. She was like this. And there were some bad times in there. Really, really bad times. So what they do is they give you a drug to regulate this. But there's no drug that can regulate this. Because in order for you to have a drug to make you calm down, right? Or to make you go up, or to make you stay even, it has to know whether you're up or down. It's like when the water overflows in your toilet. It's not enough. You can't just put a constant amount of water in there, because it's going to go up, it's going to go down. You have to have some kind of device that tells you, do you need something that's going to make you go lower? You need actually 2 kinds of drugs plus a regulator. Bipolar disorder, any doctor who says you've got this thing, right? These antipsychotics, they can numb you, but they're numbing your top part, mostly. because your bottom part is already numbed, is already numbed. So anybody who says I'm on an anti-bipolar drug, which they never do. You never hear them talk about this. It's embarrassing. Bipolar disorder, because it means you can't be trusted. And my mother, for a while, could not be trusted. She couldn't be trusted. And do you know what is the number one cause of bipolar disorder? There's two causes. One is somebody thinking that they've got to do what can't be done, which is to bring honor to their family by doing great things. And then they let themselves down, number one. And number two, all mental illness is mostly, a lot of it, is caused by high carbs. Do you have a different answer? Let's hear what Lucy Van Pelt's answer to what I'm saying is. Let's hear what she has to say. I use that quote all the time, Lucy. Joe Sanders. What is Lucy's quote? What's the point of dusting when the dust just falls back down again? Exactly. Quentin Crisp. Yeah, Quentin Crisp. Yeah, what is the point of that? The point is we have, that's what the world is. What am I supposed to give up today? Are you supposed to give up today? We're not giving up, we're fighting. Of course it can be regulated, Lewis. This is Judels. Judels is also a person who knows her stuff. It just completely numbs you, which is not regulating it. It's not regulating it. Okay, until you feel nothing at all. It doesn't matter if you're up or down. Exactly. So it's not regulating anything. It's just controlling it by dumping your emotions down. Judels. And argue that point that I just made. I like the sound of that, Judels. Where can I get some? Yeah. I mean, if you're like, let's say you're flying, right? You could take a pill that could calm you down. Here's a bit of barbiturates or something or whatever to like make the or heroin, whatever drug it is. I don't advocate any of these drugs unless you give some to me. Is that unless they give you this stuff, unless they give you one drug, but they can't give you a drug that's going to prevent you from going up and prevent you from going down without knowing whether you're going up or whether you're going down. I like the sound of that, Judels. Where can I get some? That's what Lud says. Very funny. Give up, Lewis. It's over. What's over? My mental health thing or this world is over? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I got to stop. I've got to figure out how to calm down. I've got to figure out how to live my life again. What is that song? I forget what that song is. But Adam, yeah. I mean, you're going to argue with me. Who here is bipolar? Am I bipolar? Do you think I'm bipolar? Producer? Hello?
What?
Am I bipolar?
Yes.
Would you think that I am?
Yes.
Would you think that I go like raging at certain times?
Yeah.
For a long period of time?
Not for a long period.
Doing like massive, huge projects that I never complete?
Yes. No, not really. You never really start.
I never even start anything.
You get angry sometimes.
I do get angry, but Alfie Cap is here. Hello, Alfie. I hear you're complaining, whining old man. Well, that's what I am. I've always been that way. I'm a miserableist. I ran into my friend Nicola today. She said that about me. Lewis, you have a brain like a box of frogs. What is that? Is that an old English saying? I don't know what that is. MC Scott is here. Hello, MC Scott. What does that mean? Julian, that I've got a brain like a box of frogs. What does it mean? Do I have to look that up? I'm going to look it up. I can't wait for the answer. I'm going to look it up. Hold on a second. Brain like a box of frogs. That's an actual saying. Here we go. I'll let you all read this yourselves. Are you ready? What does it say? It says, a head like a box of frogs is a slang expression. I mean, someone who's crazy, mad, or insane. It uses the image of a box full of jumping frogs to suggest chaos, unpredictability, and lack of control within a person's head. Yeah, maybe it's true. That's a good point. Thank you very much. Maybe it's true. I've got a brain, Julian, like I'm crazy. I am crazy, but some of it, there might be a bit of truth in there. There might be a bit of truth. No, you're tripolar. I'm tripolar. That's what Andrew says. I got three. I'm going in three different directions. Imagine a box of frogs. That's my brain. Well, it could mean a lot of different things. A box of frogs. I don't even know what it means, but it could mean a lot of different things. Yeah, now you are talking, Joodles. I'm wearing my salmon-colored pants from Asda. Is that pants as in underpants or trouser pants? Trouser pants. What is a colored pants? Ooh, you're so good to me, Lud. Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm glad we're liking each other. Let's be nice to each other. You be mean to me. No, Lewis, you're not bipolar. You just need love and attention. Thank you so much, Claire. Thank you so much. I need love and attention. And I didn't get love and attention. I didn't get love and attention, but I wish I had love and attention. I mean, I read the book. Could you pass me the book, Columbus? Let me look for the book. I'm going to find the book that I read that basically explained it all. Is it over there? There it is. Where is it? I can't read. I can't see. No. 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 Her name is Alice Miller. Have you heard of this book, Alice Miller? What is the book called? Let's look for the book. What the book is called, because that's how I roll now. I'm rolling completely in this thing. She's a Swiss psychologist. Her name is Alice Miller, and she wrote a book, Polish Swiss. That means she was a Jew. We're all Jews. Too many Jews. She was born in Plotkrow, Trzebianski, Poland. She could be a relative of mine. Is she still? Oh, she died in 2010. And she wrote a book, The Drama of the Gifted Child. If you want to know what Lewis Schaffer believes, I read that book. Drama of the Gifted Child. Can you read that right now? Whoops, let's look at that. That's who this woman is. She wrote this book, The Drama of the Gifted Child. Freudian she was good. She made it all so simple to me. Drama of the Gifted Child. She had two children. Martin Miller. Who is Martin Miller? Okay, it's a bit sad that she died. It's a bit sad, but people got to die. I'm going to die. We're all going to die. I know you haven't heard that. We're going to die. Anyway, so let's get back on track. Oh, now I've lost the thing. Anyway, don't blame me. He hasn't even noticed. Hello, Kermit. I haven't noticed your presence. Have you? I don't have a list of everybody who's watching, and I should. I should have a list. And I've also now I'm going to be on the live track. No, Lewis. Okay. Where's my eyeglasses? Let me put on my eyeglasses. Lewis has got a brain like a Brooklyn Jew that has lived in Nunhead for a quarter of a century. That's true. Maybe Lewis's brain is a touch box of froggy, but it's more like a box of broken Oreos. Well, I think I'm saner now than I've ever been. Do I seem like I'm saner now, producer? I shouldn't talk to him. He's working. Okay. I took happy pills for 25 years, I think. I was conned. I stopped over a year ago, and I feel better. I got normal sensation back in my doodle. That's so good. A round of applause for Vatnai, because I think the same thing. Because I've been taking the high blood pressure pills for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or something, and my BP. I just lost feeling. I didn't have the heart to tell all the many, many, many women that I'm making love to that my PP is not quite working. But that's what they do. They lie to you. They're just so much don't take pills. I don't recommend taking pills, but if you do take pills or do take meds or do take any kinds of drugs, you take them once a month, maybe, or less. And then you can feel them and you feel, oh my God, I feel great. That's right, Vatnai. So big round of applause for Vaught and I for saying this. You're getting love and attention right now. I am, and it's making me very happy. I do appreciate that, Lud. But I'm giving you some love and attention, too. I'm paying attention to you, Lud. I respect your comments here. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Here we go. Jack and Nori, folks. I don't even know what a Jack and Nori, what that means. Is that TV program I used to watch with my kids? Lewis, when do you like table tennis? Or maybe not. Now, when you were young, I used to love it. I used to play it all the time. I was actually quite good at it. I made a funny joke, but you were mid-rant, frogs jumping everywhere. Okay, I'll go back and I'll see if I can find the funny joke you made. I didn't see it. Where did it go? Yes, you're adamant in not doing a show. Is that the joke you made? Unlike adamant, laugh out loud. I mean, it's a good joke. It's not a great joke, but it's a good joke. It's a good joke, Kermit. Kermit's very funny. Very funny. If I ever miss a joke, do what Kermit did. Just say, hey, Lewis, you missed my joke. Each of us owes God a death. That's from the Green Mile, says Judas. Yeah, we're all going to die. We're all going to die, but we don't kill ourselves. We do not kill ourselves. And we don't let them kill us. We don't let these leftist, globalist people kill us. They're the ones who favored. You think it's a good idea. That's the thing about the left, is it sounds like everything that they do sounds like a great idea. A great idea. But it isn't a great idea. The idea of like, oh, if you're so miserable, you should kill yourself. Is that a light on? You're so miserable. We'll kill you, and you won't be miserable anymore. Shame on them for this, whatever it is, this suicide, this murder. It's not even suicide, it's murder. It's murder. Or you're a bit depressed, we'll put you to death. When people look back on this time, and when they look back on the Muslim takeover of this country, they will say the country had to be taken over because it was descending into evil. What is it called? Government suicide. What is it called again? What is it called? Government suicide. What is that called? It's so evil. It's like completely evil. Planned suicide. How many, the many women you were making love to, definitely noticed, Lewis. You wouldn't have needed to have told them. Well, then maybe they thought I didn't love them anymore. Maybe all the women, they're thinking, why isn't he making love to me 5 and 6 times a day like he used to? And that's 2 or 3 women, 5 or 6, 4 or 5 women, 5 or 7 times a day. Thousands of women, 7 times a day, because I was taking the pill. So I'm stopped taking the pill and I feel alive. I feel alive. But thank you, Judas, for pointing that out. As I lay me down to sleep, I pray, Lord, my pee-pee to keep. Yes, that's what men are afraid of. And one thing you could say about Lewis Schaffer, he had high blood pressure, but he was rock hard. Nothing came out, but he was rock hard. I don't even want to talk about it. It's disgusting when an old man like me talks about it. My son might be listening to this. Assisted dying. That's what it's called. It's called assisted dying, which is what the globalists, left, labor, they want to kill people. Oh, you're a bit too old. We'll kill you. No. I'm against it completely. Paul Manning is here. Hello, Paul. Hello, beautiful Paul. What is everyone having for Saturday night dinner? I've just rustled up a load of Myatt eggs, also called drug eggs. What's a Myatt egg? And if you like the flavors of the Far East, I cannot recommend them enough. Myatt eggs. I never even heard of this thing. I'm going to write it down. Myatt eggs. I went to Chipotle today for the first time in my entire life. 13 pounds for a plate of nothingness. Yeah, there goes the monetization. Yes, I'm never going to be monetized because you people are too dirty and I play along with you. I'm the cleanest, nicest guy in the entire world. Some of them are saying Nostradamus predicted the invasion of Europe by Islamic extremists. They said that 10 years or so ago. Now it's like they're pushing it on purpose to say he was right. No, they're not. No one gives a damn about that guy Nostradamus. They don't care about him. Tiger Fang. But it is coming. It is here. The truth is, how decadent a country is this if they're pushing assisted dying? You know? How decadent is it? And it's evil. It's evil. You're not feeling that good. Oh, you'll feel better when we put you to sleep forever, when we kill you. It's murder. It's murder. And I don't care if some old woman is pushing it. Here is the point that I've said this many, many times. If you want to die, you can die. I could die right now. Let's say I'm unhappy living. My entire body will go boop, and I'll be dead. And that's what happens with people. Why do all these men and women whose spouses die? This is when people got married and they had love of their lives, and their husband dies, and next thing you know, they're dead. I mean, it's mostly the men. The women live on forever because women are incapable of loving. They're incapable of. Alfie Cap, let's see what he says. Oh, Kermit says, I just want to say he's about to start a vat of chili. I mean, chili is unnecessary. It's cooked meat that you have to add spices to bring and tomatoes to make it seem like it's a something. It's not a something. Don't eat chili, Kermit. Eat the raw meat. Oh, they're like the 1,000-year-old's eggs, Alfie Cap. I got a few of those in my fridge. Yeah. Well, I'm the opposite of that. I'm for eating fresh eggs, raw runny eggs. Raw runny eggs. I eat between 5 and 10 runny eggs a day. Esther Ranson is pushing it because of her guilt about Savile. Well, why is she pushing other people to die? If she was so guilty, she should just die herself. She should just die herself. Let her die. Let Esther Ranson. I don't even know who she is. She's a Jew. I don't care. Let her die. If you're pushing that, you're telling people that they have. It's the not nicest thing. Let us live again. What is that song? There's all these songs that are telling us to live again. What is that song? Oh my God, I forgot the name of the song. I was worried. I wanted it last time. Last single. What is this in reference to? Lucy. Lucy says she's single. Are you single? I'm your boyfriend, Lucy. Am I not your boyfriend? There you go. Birds can just switch off. Not so simple with humans, but I get what you mean. For humans, you got to be very old before you die. No, that's not true. If you don't want to live, you just die. You said I've had enough. I'm on the way out. I've lost enough. You know what I mean? You can just die yourself. You don't need to go to a doctor. Can you imagine doctors killing people? That's the medical profession. They're killing us. Yet you can trust it. You can trust the doctors. I don't trust doctors at all. At all. I don't trust them at all. Horrible. Ranson is the establishment. Yes, she's part of the leftist, globalist, feminist, feminizing things. Feelings mean everything. Yes, she wants to die, but by the state. She doesn't want to die on her own. Well, let her die. There's a million bridges to jump off of. There are a million trains to jump in front of. There are a million pills that you could take. Anybody can die. Don't do it, though. Do not do it. Bad, 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 bad. She knows. She knew all along and did nothing. Of course, she started the child line and now wants to die. I mean, I don't know. Why did she start Childline? Because she knew Jimmy Savile? Family can't go with her. I mean, if your children want you dead, you've been a bad parent. A bad parent. Did Lucy say she doesn't have a boyfriend? Am I not your boyfriend? The raw meat won't make me 10 meals. Oreo ice cream. No, but yes, it will. Do what I do, Kermit. I was in Lidl just 2 days ago, and I buy a roast. I buy a brisket that's shaped like a roast. It's not really a roast. A brisket is a flat piece of meat like this, and it's wrapped. They wrap it around to make it look like a roast. And you cut it into 200-gram sections, and you put it in the freezer. Wrap it in aluminum foil. Wrap it in aluminum. Stage 5 cancer. Who has stage 5 cancer? Who has stage 5 cancer? As you know, what is the answer to cancer? What is the answer to cancer? Low-carb diet. That's what I'm hoping will work. Who gives a chuff if they're killing us, Lewis? They can't stop us from They can stop us from living. Life is there for the taking. We have to stop fixating on all these negatives and live. Paul Manning. Well, let's write that down as a quote. That's true. I think about that daily. I've been in such a mood. This show has either been a descent into hell for me or for you, or it's been a way for me to just realize I'm going to live. You are so right, Paul Manning. We've got to live. We've got to live. I'm trying to live. You don't trust doctors. Kermit, would you take medication once or twice a month? Would you only take medication once or twice a month? But you do trust the food companies. And are you happy to have 2 Oreo ice creams a day? Yes, I would not take medication twice. That's not medication twice a month. I'm saying medication. I'm taking meds that make you really feel, that give you a buzz, that make you happy. Those kind of medications, even if they do hurt a little bit, perhaps. Okay? And Oreos do. They make you happy for a little bit. If you take, I haven't had an Oreo ice cream in a very long time. I mean, easily a couple of days. Or maybe it's been a week. I don't know when the last Oreo ice cream I had. But I know what the risk is. I know what the risk is. They don't say take Oreo ice cream, it's going to make you live longer. But doctors do say garbage like that. Stranger danger in the 80s caused a lot of hysteria. Exactly. And she wondered why men won't help a lost child in a shopping center. Ron Smith asks. Is that what Esther Ranson is saying? Yeah. Because we're told men are bad. Well, you live in a world with no men when the invaders are here. You know? And I'm speaking to one particular person here who I'm quite very, very fond of. Lewis, Esther. What about Esther, Joe? What about it? But I agree with you, Ron. It's like they want us to panic. Once upon a time, we didn't want to die. Now we're afraid we're going to live. How can we get the medical treatment we need to kill ourselves? That's ridiculous. Tiger Fang says, we should have a flight over. They could come back and vid link if she wants them to see her pass so badly. They can't then be blamed by our law. What do you mean, like a free flight to Switzerland or wherever they have this thing, or Canada? They have it in Canada, but who would want to live in Canada? Would I risk it for a brisket? That's a poem, Kermit says. Risk what? I think it's healthy. I hear Bovia is not going well for cattle, where it is mandatory in Denmark. Well, I hope I'm not eating it. Sugar plus fat equals addiction. No, it does not. Sugar equals addiction. Sugar plus fat maybe makes you... Sugar is the problem. I don't believe the fat is the problem. I eat fat. I bought some butter today. I eat fat. I tell my child to find the mummy. certainly not the police. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Not the police. Find them. Yeah, mommies tend to be good, but you can't even be sure about mommies nowadays, can you? Look at really nice mommies like Amber Heard or Kate McCann. Really nice people. Hexy J is here. Hexy J is here. Hey, Lewis, how's it going? Thanks for asking. Tell us how you are doing. We're having a very interesting discussion about bipolar disorder and about assisted dying. Lewis, Drama of the Gifted Child is a free audiobook on Tube. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay, there you go. Maybe I could listen to it there. Drama of the Gifted Child on Tube. What is Tube? Is that a site? Each Christmas, this is Paul. Let's say hello to Jexy J. Hello, Jexy J. Lewis, Drama of the Gifted Child is okay. I read that. Thank you, Girl from Mars. Beautiful, beautiful girl from Mars. I'm now thin again. I'm looking at Adam Ant and I'm saying he's not totally rock star thin, but he looked pretty rock star thin. Rock star thin. And that's what I want to become. I'm almost there. I woke up this morning 76.8 kilograms. 76. And last night after the Adam Ant concert, I stopped by McDonald's in Hammersmith and I had 2 double cheeseburgers. But I only had half the bun. I had half the bun. So I had one with a bun and one without a bun. And then what did I do? I ate the other half of the bun, so I was bad. Anyway, so Paul Manning says, each Christmas, I cure my New York style, you cure it, New York style salt beef, which I make with a whole Devon Ruby beef brisket, slow braised brisket for hours and served with pickles and sweet mustard. Yummy. Yummy. Okay, that's nice. Why keep it in the oven for like hours and hours and then it comes out and it's all dry and chewy? I don't care. And then you got to add stuff to it like mustard and pickles in order to moisten it. I'm against that. I mean, I'm saying if you go out and you need to buy something and they have brisket, you buy brisket. I had brisket today at Chipotle. If you're going out, but if you're at home, eat it raw. I eat it raw, uncooked, red uncooked brisket. Red uncooked brisket. Now Julian says wrong. What am I wrong about? What did you say? What did I say? Who said wrong? Who is wrong? Am I wrong? Stop with the full names, Lewis. Full names for what? What full names? What you mean? What's the full names? I'm reading the names here. Well, is that wrong? Is that wrong what I'm doing? Is it wrong? I don't know. Black Forest Gâteau with banana. My excuse is I need calories to build muscle, says Ron Smith. The problem is, that sounds amazing. That sounds amazing. What makes you fat? I had a croissant. A croissant, and I'm feeling a bit fat. Maybe I'm feeling a bit fat. But I agree with you. Led says, my mate's grandma is about 4.5 stone. Oh, she's so tiny. Her name is Elizabeth. He used to call her Thin Lizzie. Yeah, okay. 4, that's like nothing. That's really skinny. That's like really skinny. Give me your number. As you know, to the ladies out there, if you lose some weight, if you're thin, and you tell me you love me, I'll do you. I'll do every single one of you. Yeah. What is amazing? Found any good clothing in the street lately? Yes, I did. And I'm wearing it today, Jaxie J. I found right outside of the school around the neighborhood. I don't know whether you can see this. Can you see this? Let's go over here. Can you see this? I don't think you can see it. Let me hear you get the idea. Look, can you see the jeans? Can you see the jeans? They're poor. They're bench. Maybe they don't fit. What is this thing? Maybe the thing is broken a little bit. These are Ben Sherman jeans. How much do these things cost? Ben Sherman jeans. Ben Sherman jeans, and I looked at them, and they're 32 waist. 32. How beautiful is that? I'd like to be 30, but they're 32 waist. When a man is desperate, waist is just a number. Yes, I'm not desperate. I might be desperate. I mean, if you're fat but you're losing weight, I might do you. If you're my fan this is one of the benefits. This is on Lewis's Patreon page. I will do you if you're fat and you're losing weight. If you show me if you've made a commitment to losing weight. What's wrong with that? But thank you, Jaxie J, for asking. Ben Shapiro. I'll tell you what else I found. I don't even want to show you. Look like somebody stole 5 or 6 pairs of trousers from Primark. And they're my size. Fantastic. Size 32. Ponytail. Okay. How long have you been doing it? I'm going to do Ben Shapiro jeans, says Lucy. Yeah, Ben Shapiro jeans. I mean, he's such a nerd. He is a nerd. You can tell he's a nerd. He is such a nerd. But let's go back to ponytail. How fat are you, and how much weight have you lost? How much weight do you need to lose? And let's all give Ponytail a big round of applause for admitting it, for admitting that she's fat, for admitting that she's losing weight and working hard. I want to hear all about it. I've got one pair of Ben Shapiro. Okay. He found those jeans. They were just lying there on his neighbor's washing line. No, they were a guy. I made the guy take them off. I said, those are nice jeans. Take them off. I mean, I'm kind of like that. I'm always finding stuff. Aren't I finding so much stuff nowadays? I have to make a decision not to take stuff home with me. So there you go. Nice find. I don't know. Are those worth 80 pounds? Probably they're worth 80 pounds. I'm going to put it on Vinted. Maybe. You got good jeans, Ron Smith. I think that's a joke because of Sydney Sweeney. Sydney Sweeney. Okay, I've lost my train of thought. You were so jammy finding quality trousers that fit you, Lewis. Well, do you know what, MC Scott? When you're thin, you can find stuff. When you're thin, when you're fat, you can't find stuff. You can't find stuff. They were just yes, okay, let's get back on track. What an offer, lucky ladies. I mean, what else do I have to offer? I'm not going to take you out. I got no money. I'm not, you know what I mean? You got to take what you can get. Right now, someone is looking for a pair of missing jeans. Ponytail. Yes, they are. They're looking for a pair of missing jeans. Ponytail's the same person as Pigeon Nose. Are they fake accounts? Okay. Well, who are you, Ponytail? Maybe it's got to be somebody real at one point. Is raw milk okay? What do you think, Ron Smith? And I'll tell you what my answer is. I love you, and I am thin. Just saying. Wink, wink, Claire. Not Lewis Schaffer's going to get lucky. And I appreciate your thinness. Hey, we need to be thin. At the Adam Ant concert last night, at the Adam Ant show, people looked horrible. I'm sorry. Nice people. They're all 60 years old and fat. If you're going to be 60, be thin. Especially if you're going to be ex-punkers. Be thin. Stop being fat. All you people are probably fat. I shouldn't even talk to you because you're fat. I love you, Lewis. Yes, I am thin. Girl from Mars. That's 2. Claire and Girl from Mars. Lewis, I've got a list of things. That's Joe Pesci. You think he sounds like Joe. Who are you talking about, Joe Pesci? I love you, Lewis, and I'm thin. Okay, that's what Girl from Mars says. You can get some deals from the British Heart Foundation. Okay, well, I forgot what we were talking about. Lewis, I think this is what Lucy says. I think the producer is buying you clothes and leaving them around the neighborhood. He isn't. He hates me bringing stuff home. I'm an embarrassment to him. But he's got all sorts of stuff already in his young life. He's got way more stuff than I ever had. Do you not? He does. He's got a ton of stuff. Can you stop yelling, please? Sorry. Okay, am I yelling? I've had a couple of cups of coffee. Hey, we've been here an hour. Can you do me a favor? Can you press the like button? Can you subscribe if you can? Can you subscribe? Can you make a contribution to this thing to keep this thing going? I never check who gives. I should read out the names of everybody. I know that means something. The city brought up people. It's so loud. They talk less. 1 minute, MJ Tiger Fang says. They talk louder than other folks. Have you seen New York? People yell for cabbies and at them often. Yes, that's what people in New York do. They do. We've got 32 people watching, I guess. Let's just check to make sure that that's the real number. Yeah. So also go to Patreon. How about Patreon? Go to Patreon. Go to Ko-fi. If you can. This thing is demonetized. I'm not working. This is what my life is. I'm going to the football game tomorrow. If you're going to see Brighton play or Crystal Palace play Brighton, I'll be there tomorrow. I hear raw milk is mostly fine. Yes. I would drink raw milk, but they don't sell it. I would drink it. I drink raw eggs. I eat raw eggs. I eat raw beef. I would drink raw milk. You're forgetting something very important. You can be thin and ugly. Yes. But I think if you like me and you are thin, you will not be ugly. What do you consider ugly? There are lots of people who are ugly. But what does it mean to be ugly? If you are thin, you do not have psoriasis. You don't have infections. You're not bleeding. Those things are what make people ugly. You might not have a limp because you won't have arthritis. That's the things that makes people ugly come from being fat. And what comes from being fat is a high carb diet. You keep going, girl, ponytail. Once you start, you're halfway there. You want to get thin, you listen to Claire. I don't agree with Claire's dietary policies. Okay, but I do agree with Claire being thin and what she does. And she works it. It's not something that's easy to do. But something. The Jedster says something. I just think our victim somewhere is probably looking for those jeans. Yeah, maybe, yeah. They were on the ground wet in a pile. They'd been there for a number of days. They were all ratty. They're like all the clothes that I have. It's an object trouvé. It's a found object, whatever that phrase means. Some charity shops always enter you in a raffle that is hard to find out if you've won anything. Yeah. So Lucy Van Pelt, let's see what Lucy says. Exactly. It's the producer's way of making sure the clothes you bring home are exactly new without you knowing. Yeah, I don't know. Are you embarrassed about me, producer?
Yes.
He's embarrassed. He wasn't always embarrassed. In the beginning, like 5 years ago, you thought, oh, that's my dad. Am I right? But he sees his dad being his dad. Especially in this circumstances. You know? In this circumstances. It's not... No, I'm not even going to read that, Lud. Anyway. Joe is also thin. So there's Joe and Claire and Girl from Mars. That's 3 girls for Lewis Schaffer. I'm a clever boy. Why am I a clever boy? Oh, he's a clever boy. Lucy called him a clever boy. He's a clever boy. He's also one of those boys who he knows he's clever. He's he knows he's clever. I always loved Robbie Coltrane as Cracker, and he was not thin. Yeah, but you know what? He's on TV and famous. He's an internationally known comedy TV celebrity, much like Lewis Schaffer. But if I wasn't, do you think anybody would pay any attention to me? Look at how thin I am. Maybe I should measure my blood pressure. Should I measure my blood pressure? This is one of the best shows we've ever had. At least I'm quite happy. I don't know if you're happy. But I have a cousin. This is what MT Tiger Fang says to Joodles. The cousin, she went to live in city for 12 years, came back, and she was louder. They had to throw her voice more, and habit sticks. I think that's true. It's also the birds have a different sound in cities because the cities are just really loud. Not that Nunhead is like where I live in the city. Is it the city? Is this the city? I'm not sure it's the city. Even good looking people end up ugly eventually, Ron Smith. Yeah, well, could be. Could be. Well, obviously, I'm not going to say this because I'm older now and I'm looking at the girls and what I consider a girl. What I consider a girl is a lot older than I used to think was a girl. Not even a girl. There's women. I find if somebody loves you, let's just be loving to each other. That's the most important thing. Let's be nice and loving, like the way Claire is to me, or the way Joe is to me, or the way Girl from Mars is. That's what we should be to each other. MC Scott, good to see you. Cracker was great, says Ron Smith. He was good in National Treasure, a great actor, yes. And he pretends to be some working class guy, some posh twat from Glasgow. I'm gaining weight through stress. Yeah, well, that's why we're here. Let's focus on not stressing out. Let's focus. Nobody gains weight through stress. They gain weight because they forget that they have to not eat so much. So don't blame stress. I like all body sizes in women, Paul Manning says. Entirely my fault for being an amazing cook, but my wife has changed sizes over the last 33 years. She's as beautiful now as when we first met. You know what? You want to believe that, Chazarai, you can believe it. The fact is, don't get fat, women. Men do not like it. And men don't get fat. Women don't like it either. They don't like it. They might not be as picky as men are, but they are. They are. Horrible. Horrible. Don't gain weight, everybody. Everybody's talking about Cracker, about what's his name? Cracker was filmed all around Manchester, Kermit says. And he met Robbie Coltrane a few times when they were filming. Well, there you go. There you go. So Kermit has met Robbie Coltrane. So a big round of applause for that. I so envy you, Hi-Ho, for meeting Robbie Coltrane. I guess that's what you meant there. That's what you meant. Should I take off my shirt and measure my blood pressure? Or maybe I don't need to take it off. I'll just, because the shirt's very lightweight, maybe I'll go get the blood pressure machine. Being a snacker instead of a normal diet, too, Tiger Fang. 2 square meals a day is better than eating randomly between meals. You can eat, yes, it's good to let your food digest. That's true. But it's also, if you write down what you're snacking at, I'll be back in a second. I'm going to get my blood pressure thing. No, like your diet starts right this second. I'm going to measure my blood pressure. Okay. Let me plug this in. Okay. Okay, maybe it's time for a new blood pressure machine. Who knows? I didn't see. Where's your comment? I didn't see your comment, Lucy. Can you just copy it and print it again? You didn't read it? Where is the comment? I don't see it here. I don't see the comment here. I just see where you say clever boy. I can't see it. It's not here. I liked your Ben Shapiro comment. I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really, really funny. I don't see it. 6:06. That was a minute ago. I don't know. Where is it? Can you print it out? Can you print it out? I'm going to measure my blood pressure, and then I'll do my blood sugar levels. Quick, Wally. I see you, poor man, and you're behind the couch. Walked past Boise once in Ludlow around 2005. He lived not far from there. People see famous people. Somebody recognized me today. One person. That's not that much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Can you just copy it about Johnny Rotten, Lucy? Well, okay. Two hours is a long time eating between meals. The problem is the reason why it's such a long time is because we're on a high sugar diet. You don't eat sugar, you're not going to be that hungry. You're not going to be that hungry. You're not going to be that hungry. Um, um, Ludlow is my favorite town. Yeah, Sir Comment. It's a great town. It's a great town. Ludlow is not in the Cotswolds. What? It's like Gloucestershire or something. It's over there. It's over there, Sir Steer. Anyway, hello, Sir Steer Karma. One of my cousins used to work at a football stadium, catering and security later. He met so many famous people, went to Planet Hollywood too. He friended a few. Yes, there you go. Well, you could be friends with me. Well, make a copy of it, Lucy. Now I want to know. I love the Sex Pistols. You know that. And I like Johnny Rotten. There's something a bit weird about it. Not weird. 12 eggs a day keeps the doctor away. Okay, then I got to eat 2 more eggs. I eat 10 eggs a day. Ron Smith says, okay, I can't read anything, and I'm doing my blood pressure. Oh my God, look at how low it is. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Put it down here. Can you see? Can you see that? Well, I don't know. I go one way and it goes another way. That's my blood pressure. 148/86. That's pretty good. I'm gonna take a picture of it, and then I'll measure it. Let me take another. I'll do it again. Who is Sir Karma, and who is Pigeon Nose? Who are? Say hello. Tell us who you are. It's even lower. Kermit is not on a power trip. He's just making sure that everybody. He's doing a great job. Whatever, you're doing amazing, amazing, amazing. Lud said something really funny. He said, "Wait, hold on, see where it is." He said, to paraphrase, he can't eat sugar by itself. He has to have sweetener with it. He can't even eat sugar by himself. I've jumped too far ahead. I mean, too far back. He said, I can't eat sugar on its own, so I always sweeten it. I I laughed. I couldn't laugh now, but I laughed. Laughed then. Very good. 142. It's considered high, but it's considered high. My blood pressure. Don't tell me I need to do something. And now I'm going to do my blood. Why don't you all measure? If you have a machine, measure it yourself. You want to measure your blood pressure. Let's be. I mean, let's. I don't know who these people are. Don't. It's a total. He's not on a power trip. Let's forget. Everybody apologize for saying that. Let's get back on track. Anyway, now I'm going to measure my blood sugar level. My blood sugar. My blood sugar. Can you see? I've ordered the new one. You know what else I got? I ordered an unnecessary box of tape, because I tape my mouth shut every single night, which is what I recommend. I recommend you all doing that. Do you all tape yourself? Do you tape yourself? What do you do? Ow. Here's the blood. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Look at how liquidy my blood is. It's can you see how liquidy it is? Oh, you can see that. Can you see that? You see how it just comes out? Lewis, haven't got one and couldn't be arsed as it's fine. How do you know it's fine? See this I'm at 6.2. It's not good, but I had a croissant earlier. My blood pressure's going down. Maybe it's going down because I'm getting thin. Maybe I need to be super, super thin. You had aspirin today. No, I didn't have any aspirin today. I stopped taking the pills. I've stopped taking all the pills that they've given me. I stopped taking the losartan, and I stopped taking. There's some other doxytromycin, whatever it's called. I don't even remember what it's called. And I stopped taking what is the other? There was another pill. There were 3 pills I was taking. I don't want to take any more pills. Never watched TTV, says Ron Smith. When I did, they're on the next channel on free. What is TT? They were on the next channel on FreeSat. Lewis, I just fainted when I saw your blood. Did you see it? That's never happened to me. It kind of like squirted out. But then, look, there's no blood coming out now because I've got very good, whatever that is. Turmeric, ginger, garlic, cayenne pepper, and cinnamon. Are those pills? Lewis, because it was checked recently along with everything else, so I am calm and collect and so I am calm and collected. Yeah, you're probably right. Talk TV. TTV, whatever it is. That's the answer. The answer is be calm and your blood pressure will go down and your blood sugar will go down. And also, if you're thin, that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to be super thin. Can Lucy please tell me the funny thing that she said? Can you please tell me the funny thing you said? And I had thin blood. They all had thin blood. Ponytail says, Talk TV will get worse now. They've sacked Mike Graham. It's possible. I thought, they've got to make decisions. Maybe they were paying him too much money. Maybe his ratings were bad. You don't know what the real reason is. My blood is making a joke. My blood pressure says 600 over 450. Is that okay? You don't know. You don't know. You don't know. Remember that people who die have high blood pressure because maybe they're bleeding and the blood has to increase in order to get to the places where it's being drained. So they would say no, but who knows what they say? I've done none of the research except for myself. Except for myself. Whenever I hear the word croissant, I think of Dennis Leary's stand-up special, No Cure for Cancer. There's a bit where he just rants, croissant, 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 croissant. Mike was okay. That's what Tiger Smith says. No, Paul Manning said that about the croissant. I've never seen it. It wasn't my favorite comedian. I thought he was a bit too stilted. Mike was okay, but he accused people worried about the WEF and replacement as nut jobs. He said, so anybody who's worried about the WEF or replacement theory as nut jobs. Yeah, well, they'll come and get him first. Anyway, Dolan was replaced his time slot. Now I think, did anyone see the 100-year-old war vet interview on the news? I didn't see that. Is that 2 points you're making? Dolan, the grave trumper. I like Mark Dolan. But is that SVA 72? I can't see this. SVA 72. Who is SVA 72? Where are you from? Thank you for coming. But you say that Dolan is absolutely terrible. I don't think so. I think he's great. And he knew what an absolute scam the COVID thing was. And that's one of those touched, I like you after that. Have to share this, Joe says. Living in a shaky part of Portsmouth, it's fireworks again tonight, and will continue until the new year, laugh out loud. Well, yeah, people like fireworks. How do folks in shaky areas afford fireworks? They are so expensive. Are they? I bet they are nowadays. They're making everything expensive with taxes and stuff like that. Can't blame the old WW2 bloke for being unhappy with what they fought for. You know what? The problem is, as we get older, you start thinking to yourself, this is that from my friend Nicola. She's not happy. I'm not going to speak for Nicola. But she said maybe it's us getting old. Maybe that's all it is. Maybe we shouldn't worry and just go with it. But I don't believe that. 1,000 fake accounts. Well, Kermit, what you should do is anybody who's got a fake account like that should be blocked. Am I right? Should be blocked. We have to only talk to real people who might have sex with Lewis Schaffer, male and female. I just know when he said he was hacked, Richard Bacon got the info very fast. Mike's post was only there 10 minutes, so someone had to have been lurking on his posts. Was it hacked, or was he lying about that? I was talking to one of the nurses that saved my life the other day, and they were talking about how off the scale my blood pressure went, and said, "How the F were you still alive?" Well, I don't know. Well, tell us what happened again. I forgot. But high blood pressure is your body dealing with that kind of stuff, is it not? It's not like a sign of ill health. It's like a sign of your body trying to save yourself. That's what I believe. They also called Bacon Plank of the Week in the run-up to the hack incident on Talk TV. Maybe Bacon is considered the main guy on Talk TV. Maybe he's the main guy. And you can't, it's like, you got to be nice to the main guy until the main guy is gone. You got to be nice to the king until the king has been replaced with the new king. What do you mean, Joe? Portsmouth is a lovely place to come by. Not a great place to go to, but a lovely place to get the hell out. I'm kidding, says Lud. Very, very funny. Very, very funny. Mad Mark's van life was from Portsmouth. Never heard of it. Okay, John O'Paul is here. Mike Graham is moving to GB News. I don't know if he is. I have no idea. They don't call me. They never write. They never call. What can I do? What can I do? Do I deserve to be anywhere? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Anyway, so this has been a great show. I think it's been a good show. Have you enjoyed this show, everybody? If you have any questions, I'm going to thank everybody here. I'm going to ask you one more time to make sure you like. The least you can do if you're here is like the stream. Also subscribe so you get you know when the show is on. Maybe you want to watch and you've been alerted to it. Maybe send £5 or 10 or 15 or whatever to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com, or set up a thing in Patreon, or send money to PayPal, or go to Discord. Buy the group a cup of coffee. Buy the group a cup of coffee. Mike was not hacked. I don't think he was hacked. What did he say that was so bad? He's like Prince Andrew. What did he say that was so bad that they deserved to excommunicate him? I don't know. And Kermit is lovely. He's saying Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer. Also, you go to Patreon, profile creator. Love to see you. Love to see you. So that's been great. Let's just make sure we thank everybody that we have to thank. How many people do we have watching this thing? We've got about, let's just see what we have. Could go up, it could go down. Yeah, we got 27. Okay. All right, so that's been our show. Let's thank everybody. Lewis, do you have a line of ladies hairstyling products coming out soon? I do. I actually do. Here's my line. My fingers running through your hair. Okay, so thank you, everybody. There you go. I just passed out for a second there. But I was good energy throughout most of the show. It's the only show where the actual, whatever you call me, passes out on the show. Thank you, Paul Manning. Thank you, Ludd. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, MC Scott. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Judels. Thank you, Andrew Rubin. Thank you, basically that's it. Who else? Who else has been here? Thank you, Ron Smith and MJ Tigerfang and Joe Sanders and Skinny Girl from Mars and Claire and MC Scott again and Jexy Sexy, Jexy J. Thank you very much. And beautiful Lucy. She didn't tell us what I wanted to tell her, but she'll tell us the next time if it's important. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, Judels. Double thank you to all the girls, because Lewis and the ladies. Yes, I'm old, but I got a lot of I don't have much energy. I don't have any energy. Ron Smith. Fantastic show. That's basically everybody there. Make sure you go to Patreon. Make sure you come back at 10:30 tonight. John O'Paul, thanks for coming in, even though it's a bit late. Thank you, sir. So that's been amazing. If there's anybody's name that if any of you I've forgotten, tell me. Write down on the bottom there, and I will, or off to the side, and I will, and I'll respond. I'll be so happy to see you. We got 24 likes. We're doing all right. Okay. Everybody, thank you. I'm going to leave the stream on for a second, and then I'm going to, I'm going to press the alert. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to press this, and then I'm going to turn the end stream off in a second. Okay? I'm going to have a snooze right now. I'm going to take a couple of minute break. Okay. And then we'll see you at 10:30. Mr. Starmer, you'll be on the dole soon lately. The rebels are out. Yeah, no, he'll always have it. Derry, thank you for coming in late as usual, but thank you. Thank you, everybody. Janet, thank you, Janet, for being here. Janet, thank you, Janet. But we'll see you. We'll see you in a bit.